Justin SNAITH joins us to take us through his runners for Splash Out Cape Derby Day. Justin, jumping into it, race one, you've got Mount Pleasant. He seems to be getting their third run for in the Cape.
Yes, I think the rain we've had in the week will certainly make a bit of a difference to his form. He's a horse that his work at home is mind-blowing. I mean, it's an interesting one, but his two runs with me have been nothing but shocking. So I really hope he improves. I think back to the 1200 with Richard up will make a big difference. Certainly a horse, if you're going wide in the quartets and trifectas, he's obviously dropping down in class. Probably one to include if you're looking for a roughie in the race. As I said, I think the rain in the week will make a bit of a difference here.
The Shreps Cape Oaks, two of them, Silverlinks.
Interesting one. Very good run last time and very progressive. The 2000 certainly will suit her. She'll get every bit of it on pedigree, so expect a good run from her. Obviously, there are one or two classy fillies here, and you need to maybe put them in. But on her last run, you'd think she'd have the beating of the filly that is another one to beat. So doing well at home. Butterfly Beauty is a filly that always thought over ground would do well. Last time she was disappointing, and we're hoping for just a positive run.
The Gordon's Gin Prix de Cup, obviously the Queen of the Turf, Captain's Ransom.
Yes, she's been beaten twice so far this season, which is obviously doesn't often happen with her. So back to the 1400, she's doing very well at home, and I know there's always a joke, so there's a guy sleeping and his one eye's open saying, worry that he should be bankering Captain's Ransom. So I think she'll take a lot of beating. She's very well, and if she doesn't, then obviously we'd be very concerned. So this is a race also for us to work out where she is in her career and is at that time, where she may be wanting to go to stud, but we're hoping not, and this is the perfect race. She should take a lot of beating.
You also saddled Gimme Dat, the blinkers are off and you got Grant up.
Her Gallup was very good into this race, I must be honest. She's a very unlucky filly. She just doesn't get the races. It's very hard for a filly that's sort of limited to sprints. I'm now going to try the 14. I mean, otherwise she never gets out onto a racetrack. There's just very few races for her. She's impeccably bred, and we're just hoping for a positive run and a nice backup.
The BSA Sales Cup for the fillies, Vit Blitz, she's going up to the 1200.
Yeah, she picked up a bug in her last start, so I'm hoping that we've sorted that out and you can see some sort of improvement. But obviously it'll be a tough race, this.
Also Golden Sickle, she looks like a nice sort.
Funny enough, the Vit Blitz, her workout today was very good, so I think she's a great backup, but obviously there are some horses like in this race. I know there's a lot of support for Kailami Girl. I see she's been backed into favourite, so obviously you've got to respect that. But I think Golden Sickle, you just need to go watch her last run. So for punters, go look at her last run. We're drawn on the dreaded one draw up the straight, and we had to give her a chance into the howling headwind. And she came flying through the field. So if you have any doubts, go watch her last run. She's in top form, and I think she'll be the filly to beat.
The Bloodstock Sales Cup for the boys, you've got Kaomai with Shauna.
Yes, also picked up a bug into his last run. I've managed to sort that out. Nice workout today, but obviously a very tough field.
Speeding Bullet, he would be the stable elect?
Yes. I've gelded him, so if you have a look, last time out he gave Pierre a hard time and still ran an unbelievable race. So if the geldings worked, he's calm on the day, I think he's going to be one of the horses they have to beat, just purely because of how badly behaved he was last time, and he still almost looked like he would hold them off. So very interesting run in this race, possibly the one they all have to beat.
The City of Cape Town Good Hope Nursery, you've got the two runners. First, the Noonday Gun.
Noonday Gun, I've had a little bit of a hiccup in the week. More than likely he will be scratched. So I'm pretty positive he will be scratched.
Gimme Lightning, he ran great on debut.
Gimme Lightning is a very smart horse. He's certainly, of all the 2-year-olds on this day, he'd probably be my number one ace. Very, very impressive horse. He needs a mile eventually, but I think he's very impressive, and he could still give them a go over 1200. Last time 1100 meters he was flying at them. Now 1200 is game on. very smart 2-year-old. He's the one they all have to beat.
The Splash Out Jetmaster Stakes, a lovely race. You've got you well represented here. First, Pakai, a lovely lightweight.
Exactly. One draw, 51 kilos on his back. Maybe not the best horse in the race. He does let us down at times. He had a long break, brought him back. He ran, and this is like all set up for him. So then I had to put him away. When we saw this race, and we were trying to work out, how does this horse get 51 kilos? Ooh, better put him away. Don't run him again. So we've stuck him away. We've come in here with 51 kilos, giving him every chance. The favourite's drawn 13. He's drawn 1. Certainly the horse that punters need to add into the equation.
Warrior does well over the mile.
Very much so. 2000's definitely a stretch. He gets to 1800. 2000's a stretch. Back to a mile. It's just a matter of there's the horses in this race. You've got Savannah's Dasher and coming in a more fresh way, and then you've got these horses that all ran in the Met, including Almatana. It's just a matter of how much is taken out in the Met, because it's a race where you prep as if it's the biggest race of a horse's career. You put a lot of work into it. To bounce back a few weeks later is never easy. So, but in saying that, Almatana, Nexus, Warrior, they're old horses. They should be able to handle it. So you give them a lot of respect. Warrior, Richard did opt for. So he can't ride Pakai at the weight. So let's see how that goes.
Hoodspray, how's he been since his Joburg campaign?
Yes, we've done a little bit of work on his breathing. He battled in Johannesburg, whether it was his respiratory went badly. I mean, I can't say. We've worked on it. We've treated him as best we can. This certainly is a run just to see where we are. So Bernard will probably give him a chance, and I want to see him running on nicely. So definitely a different horse in Cape Town. Loves the mountain or whatever. He called it, the cock calls us mountain goats, so I take it he likes the mountain. And certainly one punters just watch and see. And then Nexus is a very interesting running. Also like Savannah's Dash is drawn a bit wide. So we just need to overcome the draw. Big runner, will be right there, but just needs to negotiate the draw. But got Pierre Stradum on, so don't need to worry.
Just in the Splash Out Cape Derby, a number of runners. What is your tactic going in?
So look here, I've got a lot of horses here with stamina, so certainly to suit my runners is to make this race pretty much as hard as we can, that there's an honest, strong pace here to give us any chance. Obviously if it's run at a slow pace, that brings Charles Dickens into the equation in a big way, and we might as well hand him the check now. Derbies all around the country are known to be tough races. That's what they're meant to be. If you want to go easy race, go the mile. This is a race that will be run at a good pace, honest pace, and in my runners, so starting with Nevada King, the field looked like it would be quite small, and Greg was the first one to say, please put some horses into the race. So it's very nice. I've got clients that have done what they've done here in this race. So Nevada King doing really well at home. He's a beautiful looking individual. And his last run was a good win, and we're hoping for a positive race here. The horse that worked extremely well this morning, I must say, was Without Question. If you look at the Politician run, he ran a great race. There's something about this horse, I don't know where it's coming from, but that talent's just going like this. I mean, I battled to win a maiden in Durban with him and eventually won one on the Poly, and he's come from there into where he is now, into the Derby. It's incredible. And the workout's good, and I think he's going to run a creditable race here. Rockpool, possibly maybe the pick of our bunch in a way, because the way he won in the Politician, but he's got to make big jumps, but they do. So yes, he was out at the weights with Brett Sauce last time, so I think he will make that jump with the testing pace. Certainly a horse that warrants being, second, third in the betting. He is a beautiful individual and got the most incredible action. So we're hoping for a good positive run from him. Then the horse that Cosmic Event, that he will more than likely be the pacemaker. He will go. He likes to run like that anyway. All his races he's been positive, so he will be the horse that will go positive in this race. And we certainly, you never know in life, he might carry on running and upset everybody, but it will be a hard task for him, especially at the weights. I mean, Charles Dickens should beat him by 2 furlongs, so in theory, on handicapping. And Mucho Dinero, interesting horse. Last time oh wow, I mean, I've lost races before in my career, but this will probably be the worst. I mean, I just went like this. I can't believe that this happened. You know, we're on the outside fence, and I lose races on the inside fence. Whether you're on the outside fence, it never really matters. But this was a hard pill to swallow. Certainly is coming on, beautiful looking horse, will in time be really nice, but you know, this is a tough race. Triple Time ran a very creditable race in the sales race. I don't know how that form's going to stand up in time. We'll see how it goes. The sales race are always interesting races to follow, the form. Blinkers on certainly may help him, and just hoping for positive runs. It's going to be very tough out there in this race.
Kai Stable's Datum Stakes, the 2 runners. We're jamming, obviously loves the 1200.
Yes, doing very well at home. This for me is the race of the year for sprinters. This 1200 Datum, it's going to be very interesting. I think there are 3 amazing sprinters here. I don't think this is going to be exciting. We're jamming no slouch, I can assure you. He can run. We saved him for this race. He's doing well. And Rio Kawari, we tipped it last time. Watch out, boys. This horse is back. He's back again. He's going to run a monster race. And it's very interesting. If Dean's horse can beat Rio like this, he is very special, because I think Rio's as good as I've ever had him. And I think it'll be kudos to Dean's horse if he can beat Rio, because then he's a serious sprinter. I don't think you're going to get it tougher than this for any of these horses. Unbelievable race. Can't wait for it to happen.
The last of the day is the Kai Stables Work Riders and Jockeys Championship. You've got Hawk Circle and also a lovely initiative.
Yes, unfortunately again, the grooms got stiff. They got the worst rides. I mean, I feel sorry for them, the work riders. Shame. They got the worst rides. So, and I get a Kai Stable jock on Hawk Circle. He'll be a hard horse to beat. And then Aldo is on the second best horse. So shame. I feel sorry for the guys. Those 2 horses are going to be very hard to beat. But you know what? You never know in life when the guys look like they can't make it happen. Maybe they'll surprise us. But they got their work cut out. Shame. I really feel for them, and I think Hawk Circle should take a lot of beating in this type of race. Last time, he was just, in the need of the run, and I'm hoping to end the day, positively.
Thank you very much, Justin. All the best.
Great, thank you very much.
As Justin SNAITH taking us through his runners to what's going to be a very exciting Splash Out Derby Day.